so excited that you're joining us. So just let me introduce myself in case you are new to the page. I'm Melissa from melissaversusfibromyalgia.com. I have been running and offering Melissa versus Fibromyalgia for several years now. There are over 200 articles over there, so it's very likely I've written about whatever your area of interest is in right now. I'm one of the few people writing about pregnancy and fibromyalgia, so there's a lot of resources about pregnancy and parenting with fibromyalgia over there. And also my YouTube channel has over 100 videos, so there's a lot of resources around. So wherever you're at on your journey, please do utilize them. So if you are joining us live, please say hi. If you're on the replay, put hashtag replay and then hi. I will have time at the end for questions, so if you want to ask me any questions, I will make space for that. So I do these once a month just so that I can, this is my way to kind of connect with you and chat with you. If I could bring you into my lounge and have a cup of coffee with you, these are the kind of things that I would tell you. But unfortunately, living down here in New Zealand, there's not many people that I can meet physically in my lounge, so we'll make do with live. So don't forget to say hi when you're joining us. Don't forget that you can ask me questions at the end, and let's dive in. So we are talking my top 5 self-care plans for 2020. Now, why am I sharing mine? Because it'll give you an idea for some things that you might like to incorporate in yours. I love things that multitask, so often the things that I do hit multiple birds with one stone, so to speak. So things like self-care, I mean, the word is flung about a lot, but it's really undervalued, but really vital, especially if we are juggling multiple priorities. We've got health conditions, we've got kids, we've got work, we've got whatever is going on. We're caretaking, we need to look after ourselves. It's really true that you've got to put on your oxygen mask first, or you can't help anybody properly. So again, I like accidental multitasking, like a 2-for-1 for your energy levels. So when self-care doubles as something that also manages my health, I'm pretty stoked. So here are my top 5 plans for 2020 that will double as my chronic illness management plans. So number 1 is meditation. If you've read my blog for any amount of time, you'll know that meditation has saved my life. It's made such a difference for me. As someone with chronic fatigue and chronic insomnia, it feels like a cosmic joke, but meditation has been the only way to get some rest. So I do it every single day. If I have to miss a day, it's pretty rare, but I can feel it. It's not so great for me. It gives me deep rest that my body doesn't even achieve during sleep. It tops my energy levels up for the afternoon, it calms my central nervous system, and it's just for me. So it's like 15 to 30 minutes of pure self-care. It is just one of my top coping mechanisms. And meditation is just one of those things that's purpose, right? So there's quite a lot of things we get out of it besides rest. But I take it for rest because it makes such a difference for me. And it can be so easy to let it slide by the wayside when you've got 3 small children, right? But I work hard at making it happen. So when I had all 3 of them home, I made the big 2 have a rest in their room, and I took my 20-minute meditation because I knew that it made me a better mama in the afternoon. So if you want to give it a go, I've got a free challenge for you to try out mindfulness. So mindfulness is a tiny component of meditation. Mindfulness meditation is one part of meditation. So I'll put the link below, but that is a free 5-day challenge just to start having a look at mindfulness and how that might work for you. So if you meditate, say yes, I meditate in the comments to let me know, or put a little emoji with the hand up. I'd love to chat with you about your meditation practice as well. The second thing is no surprise. Y'all know I love yoga. Number 2 is yoga. So it's simultaneously mindful movement, so gentle exercise, relaxation, stretching, strengthening, pain management, and sleep aid for me. So that hits a lot of birds with that one stone, right? And it can be really tricky with 3 small children, a chronic illness, running the blog, running my yoga courses. It can be really easy for me to skip my own practice. but I really am trying not to because it is so good for me. And I always practice what I preach, and I'm really honest when I don't. So the other thing I love about yoga is that it balances the central nervous system, which has been really key for me. I believe that the central nervous system is a really important part of fibromyalgia, and it's really helped. So all the things I've done to help manage my central nervous system and balance it has been key. So basically, I have already shared extensively how it's helped me, but the short of it is you can do one-off poses. So I do cat and cow pose all the time because I love it for my back and my neck. You can do micro yoga, so you can do your little formal practice on the mat of 10 to 20 minutes if that's where you're at. You can do bedtime classes. I actually have a bedtime class like that I actually do in bed that I made, and I put it in the Foundations of Yoga for Chronic Pain and Fatigue course, and people are saying it's helping them sleep, so that's pretty exciting. So it's pretty multi-purpose, and it's not what you think it is if you think that it's a long class and looking like a pretzel. But anyway, here's how you can try it. I have a 5-minute a day for 5-day free challenge. I'll put the link below just so you can give it a go. If you've already tried the challenge, let me know in the comments below because I love your feedback, and I always adjust things for feedback, right? So you'll see that it's a pretty live challenge, and I have already done some altering. Right, number 3. This one is tricky. It's getting to bed on time. So it's just one tiny part of my sleep hygiene plan that I really have to work on because it's so easy to let your bedtime slip back and back and back because there's so much to do, right? Or you're just so happy to have a rest with no children around or whatever is going on for you. But sleep is way underrated. Seriously, the lack of sleep will kill you slowly, but it will. And it will make you feel terrible. I've written extensively about it, so I'll put some links below. But going to bed around the same time each night and getting up around the same time each day is really good for your sleep rhythms and your bodily cycle in the day. And it's just a good part of your sleep hygiene, right? And if you've got chronic insomnia, you don't want your sleep hygiene making it worse. So you want to try it? I've got a post for you below. It is a bit of a mini training on sleep and sleep hygiene tips and how to get some sleep. So check it out and then let me know how it goes for you because again, I always love feedback. Okay, the next one is treat myself. And I know that some of you probably just went, what? I can't treat myself. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, my friend, I have lots of ideas for you. Treating ourselves, I've come to see, is really important because I have 3 kids, 5 and a half and under, right? So for the last year, it's been really difficult to treat myself and I felt it. And it doesn't feel nice, you know? You can't give to others when you don't have a full cup. So what is something that makes you super special or feel super special that doesn't cost the earth? You know, just kind of think about it. So this year I would like to try a few things. So I wanted to get a manicure this year. So I asked for one for my Secret Santa at Christmas. So I've got a voucher sitting there so I can go and get a manicure. I know it seems so frilly, but I like it. Because I find it really hard to sit down and actually do a manicure myself because I've got all these children running around. But your thing might be a massage, it might be a weekend away with a husband, but really for the last year, the only thing I've been doing is going to the physio once a month because it's such a thing to get 3 children looked after. But I think it's really important. So if you want to try it, here's some suggestions. Schedule it in your diary right now. So maybe your thing is a manicure, so you can book one every now and then at an actual studio. You can put it on your birthday list, put it on your Christmas list, or just splurge. But you could also just schedule some time to do it yourself, or you could meet up with a friend and swap and do each other. So that could be a way to get it. Maybe massage is your thing. Well, could you book one once a month or once every few months? Or could you swap with your partner? A gentle massage is actually a really nice way to connect with your partner, especially if you can't be doing date nights because you've got tiny children or because it's really too hard for you to go out at night. So that's a nice idea. Or get that lavender oil out and give yourself one. Give yourself a hand and foot massage. It doesn't have to be rough or hard. If you've got problems with your hands, just do it gently. Just really take the time to pamper yourself in that way if massage is something you respond to. Or maybe you want a Saturday morning sleep-in. So negotiate with your partner if you have kids, or send them out to someone, and try and schedule that in once a month. Just something that makes you feel a bit special. Maybe it's just taking 10 minutes to have a cup of coffee sitting quietly outside. In the school holidays, I was getting a bit overwhelmed with the kids, and on one of the last days, they were playing in the room. I just sat down with my coffee and I did not move until I finished that coffee. I didn't care who was crying or who was coming at me. I was taking that 10 minutes because I was over it. So I don't think you should feel guilty for taking some time to treat yourself. And that's something I'm really trying this year. Now, the fifth thing is journaling. That kind of slipped away because I've, again, had multiple children this year. It's really hard to fit in time, but I'm an analyst and a thinker and a written processor. So taking the time, even just 5 minutes, to process with my pen is really helpful for working through things. But even if you're more of a talker, research shows that journaling is quite useful. So I recommend giving it a go. I mean, giving yourself free rein to vent or to get things out of your head, write down memories, whatever works for you. So how could you try it? You can maybe make a habit of giving yourself 1 or 5 minutes a day. You could do morning pages where you free write whatever comes in your mind and then throw it out. You could have a gratitude journal where you just write down 3 things in that day you were thankful for. Even if maybe one of the things was you're thankful that you just got through the day. That's totally fine. And maybe you could draw in your journal if you are good at drawing. I am not at all good at drawing, but if that's your cup of tea, give yourself some time to do it, and it doesn't have to be a lot of time. So if you journal, let us know in the comments how you do it, because there's so many different ways to do it, and I think people don't really know all the different options, so that'll be really cool to share it. So those are the 5 things that I am trying to do this year, now that I don't have so many tiny children. Let me know which one is your favorite one. All right, so these are my top 5 self-care plans for 2020. Tell me, are there any that you would like to do this year? Do you have others? Do you have maybe a list of 5 things as well that you're doing? Let us know in the comments, because then we can all kind of share. Maybe somebody hasn't thought of something and they're like, oh yeah, that would be something I really should do this year. And I want to challenge you. Find those little things that make you feel nice and do them. Figure out something that makes you feel nice and do it religiously, relentlessly, without guilt. Because you deserve to feel a little bit better, no matter how much, no matter for how long. I absolutely believe that you deserve it, no matter what's happening. I really want you to have something that's just for you.